Hi Sagittarius, it's Power Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have an awesome reading, Sagittarius. I always say that, right? And I feel like they are, though, and definitely, and interesting as well, right? We start the reading with corruption. Never fear, Sagittarius, because you guys know that I'm not into that, right? You guys probably know. But this corruption card here is the tiger, 6 feet tall, 6 feet 5, whatever he is, and he's yelling at this, roaring, I guess. I guess that's how they're growling. I'm not really sure which it is. At this woman, she has her hand up, like kind of to protect herself, and let's look at that card. But basically, this talks about somebody could be yelling and being mean to somebody. It's possible in this reading, right? And so, it talks about somebody who knows that they should be careful with somebody else. Like, don't take advantage of your power. That's really what corruption is. It's when you take advantage of power, right? You have power in your hands, and now you are not, doing anything good with it, but harming people or harming somebody. And so that's what this card is about. And then we have this mechanical habits here, right? And here's the man, and he's smoking a cigarette. He's got this, he's kind of all hooked up to his lifetime daily patterns and everything he does in life. It's just automatic. He's on autopilot. That means that he is not, his vibration is low, and that he has a low consciousness instead of a high one, which is the opposite of wisdom, which is right here in the reading. Somebody here has gained their wisdom. They have raised their vibration, and hallelujah, whoop-de-doo, in a good way, right? Excuse me. And hip hip hooray. Yeah, somebody has really evolved here. But the mechanical habits, let's look at it. It talks about people who basically are on autopilot their whole life. And, and this person's not, they're not on autopilot their whole life, but they were until they had awakened. Yeah. And this little blurb here, this little kind of paraphrase, talked about most people are there, and that is true. I could, look at everybody in my family, right? I always use them as a case, a psychology case. They don't know it though, Sagittarius, right? And it says, we are so thirsty for possession and so happy at every sign of attachment that we are even able to feel something resembling pleasure in the constant repetition of a fever. It just means that you want things, and you're just kind of in this fever about it, that you're just kind of in a trance kind of about your life. Mechanical habits prevent all communication with life. Yeah, and that's why he's got these little I feel like I forget what they call these little things that they hook up to your head to take a survey. Yeah, they do this at this place called Neuro something. But they do it for commercials, like for marketing. They want to see how people have been, conditioned and basically trained to buy things. And it's just like they're doing it so they can, they give it to these companies so they can basically trick people, right? Into consumerism. That's what it's about. Yeah. And so but this person has been there, right? Yeah, and maybe they use it for something good too, Sagittarius. That I'm not aware of, right? I just know that me and my sister know about this place called Neuro something. I forgot. It was right out of San Francisco. And so let's look at mechanical habits. When these habits are always incapable of replying to the situations that face you, life is really flux, and habits are stagnant. So this is what life is. Life is flux, full of flexibility and change. But, habits become stagnant. In other words, we just do the same thing all the time. We live the same life. That's what somebody's has done here. But here's wisdom, right? So they snapped out of it, Sagittarius, right? They did. They took those little those little plugs out of their head, and they said, oh God, I need to wake up and go smell the flowers. Most likely with you, Sagittarius. Yeah, I feel like that's what this is about. And then we have no goal. So here's this lady here, a very nice lady, you can tell, and she's at the table. She's cutting something, I don't know, bread, whatever she's cutting, but this is just enjoying, this is just being present. The opposite of this mechanical habit. It's like understanding that, that whoever was on autopilot and, kind of this mechanical habits and just in this low vibration and kind of stagnant and just kind of going about their life the same way every day. And this person now, this no goal is actually a beautiful thing, right? They're not, they're just living, actually being present and in the moment. And they realize that this no goal card is like it's a powerful realization that that life is not just, watching the game and running off to work and, autopilot. Oh, I need to buy that. My neighbors have that and I'm going to get that. No, it's not. So that's what that's about. This woman is she's very happy. And it's a very simple, this is be in the moment. That's really what it's about. And the Princess of Arrows is here. And this is Psyche, right? And Psyche was the girlfriend of Cupid. And she taught Cupid all about psychology, right? Well, that's where they get the name, don't they? And here she is. And she's like the Knight of Swords. And she's got her arrow. And all these arrows have hearts because this is the Lover's Path deck. And all these butterflies are here, and she's happy, and she's kind of walking here or something, and and this is reversed. This talks about somebody who is waiting for news, but it's not really waiting. It's not somebody's really waiting. They're coming to talk to you to find out what you're gonna say. That's what the waiting for news is about. Yeah, that's why it's kind of cool or kind of a trip. And this is the person who has raised their vibration, Sagittarius. Yeah, they did. And here's Shahrazadi and Shahriyar. And I think Shahrazadi was the woman and Shahriyar was the man. And these are all cool because, these names, because remember the Shah of Iran. I think they called it Iran, or maybe they called it Persia at the time. But back in the day, it was called Persia, which I think is such a beautiful name, Persia, right? But, here he is, and he's sitting with her, and she is the high priestess, right? And so, but he married her, and in the village, I think she was married before. I don't know what they said about her, that, maybe she was, I don't know, used goods or something. I don't know. In those days, if a woman made love to a man, even if she was married before that, she was no good to another man, which is, completely ignorant and full of fear, right? A fear that women would gain power. That's what that is, right? Of course it is when you kind of look behind, or kind of look under the cover, so to speak, right? So he's there, he married her, and, he married her because he was like, I don't know, the king or something like that, or a prince or something. And he told her, maybe he was King Shahrazadi, but he told, the village people, the townsmen or whatever, the town people, he said, they said that she's kind of used goods or something. And he said, no, she's not. She's beautiful. And he knew she was so talented. And he knew that she had psychic powers and she could sing in different languages or just something like that. And she was a gem, and he knew it, and he appreciated her. And here's the wisdom. So he woke up to her, right? I feel like somebody's waking. They're waking up. This person is waking up to how beautiful you are, Sagittarius, and how wonderful you are. I mean, I already knew that, Sagittarius, right? I did. When I was born, right? My chart, right? And so, but she's the high priestess, and somebody here has gained their wisdom, but it is really by way of raising their conscious level, right? Raising their consciousness. This person went through an awakening. They had to. I feel like it was a hard one with this mechanical habits. Yeah, maybe they were smoking a lot of cigarettes and drinking a lot, or with vices, because, sometimes when we actually raise our consciousness, we don't have a need for those things. Yeah, it's really interesting how how that works, right? It's even the same thing with diets or things like that, things you're trying to get rid of, or, you're trying to overcome problems in your life. Maybe, you want to lose a little bit of weight. And so people go on these diets, but they don't work because you have to change your subconscious mind. And that's what has gone on here, right? That's why you meditate and you learn about how to do that, right? How to raise your consciousness, and here we have confidence, and here is the angel. She's holding something very bright, and this confidence card talks about somebody who didn't have a lot of confidence. Yeah, that's what it talks about. Let's see what they say briefly about the confidence card. A lack of confidence is blocking you from living your life to the full. Yeah, and somebody knows they weren't living their life to the full because they were dealing with these mechanical habits. Yeah. I feel like somebody realized that they were a real jerk over here with this corruption card. Yeah, they did. And I feel like at the time they had no clue. They're like, oh, no, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. I didn't do anything, right? Or that person deserved it. And it's like, it's not good because people justify mistreating other people or lying or whatever they have justified doing that is very low vibrational. Whoever's in this reading, Sagittarius, they're coming. They're coming because of this news that they want to see how you're going to react. They're bringing you their wisdom right here with Shahrazadi. All these cards are in order for a reason, and I didn't put them in order. I just said I'm going to use this deck, and this deck, right? And they come out like that. They do it all the time. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like clockwork, right? It is. And so here we have clarity. This talks about this person who has been afraid to come forward because, you might bite their head off, or you might tell them to, go away. You could, because that's what they look like they are a little concerned about. But the clarity card talks about you're clear on your goals or what you want now. So it's time to go ahead and, make plans and go after them. It's time. And this person with the confidence card, which is low confidence next to it, has been afraid to come forward because they think you're going to make mincemeat out of them, Sagittarius. Yeah. You ever see that little cartoon? I don't know if the guy was Australian or not. He was a mouse, and he said he was supposed to be like a little knight or something like that, like an English knight or something, and he would say, I'll make mincemeat out of you. And that's what this person thinks you might do to them. I'll make mincemeat out of you, right? You go, what's mincemeat? Little tiny pieces of meat, and it doesn't sound good. No, it doesn't. My light just kind of went off here. So let's see if we can turn it back on. It kind of flickers, which is a real drag, right? Yeah, it is. So let's see what else we have. Let's look at trust, Sagittarius. And this person here, she is an angel, and she's standing here at the ocean, at the rocks here, and that's okay. The light went out again. Let's move this lamp here so we can have ample lighting. Yeah, and you guys can see, right? I feel like you guys can. And so she's here, and she's standing there, and it's not raining, but it's the clouds are above, the sun's kind of trying to come through here, and there's this flock of birds, but it's a stormy kind of it's not raining, but it's the rain clouds are gathering, and so she's there. She wants to really trust this. Yeah, this reading's clear and it's over. Just kidding. You'd be wise to be watchful and to trust no one at this time. Keep to yourself and do not buy into any fear or chaos that's being stirred up around you. You know the truth, so stand strong in being true to who you are. Remember that relationships, whether personal or business, should be built on trust, and a mutual agreement could test your faith. Yeah, this person could be coming to you for some, like leaving another situation, and they don't trust whoever they are around because they have been hiding, keeping their plans, like not showing their cards to somebody. I feel like that could be happening here. And if that's not the case, they're still afraid, a little bit afraid. They have been afraid to show up here. And the truth about this person who knows the truth, I feel like this person here is like, knows the truth that what they have done in their life, and also knows the truth that they have raised their consciousness. There's some type of message here that it's not your fault at all, Sagittarius. There's some type of message here like that. Yeah, and this person is a little bit, they are a little afraid here, they are, but they're going to show up for you. I feel like they are, and they could be coming kind of like, maybe not on their knees, but they're afraid too. This could be about you. Possibly they don't know if they could trust you, but I don't believe it is. All right. I know that they're feeling fear here or a lack of confidence. For sure they are. Right. And, when it talks about something being tested here, this could be their relationship. Another one. It's possibly here. It's possible, like being tested, like, because whoever this is, they want to come be with you. They do. That part's clear. It is to me. Right. And, It says, the truth, so stand strong in being true to who you are. Remember that relationships, personal or business, should be built on trust, and a mutual agreement could test your faith. Yeah, I feel like and this could be them not trusting somebody else because there's no faith, or somebody's not trusting them as well. Like somebody just doesn't trust them because it looks like your person has awakened and all they want is to come be with you. It looks like that. It looks like there could have been a third party here. It does. But maybe it's just, old beliefs, possibly. You've been let down badly before and it's taken a while to trust again. Yeah, and maybe you let them down, Sagittarius, right? You could have. You could have said, get the hell out of town, because there could have been a lack of understanding in this reading, because this mechanical habits talks about people who just don't understand either themselves, life, or one another. Because there's a disconnect in this energy. There's some type of disconnect where somebody didn't trust somebody, but there's some type of disconnect in communication skills as well. And it looks like it's part of the past. It does. And that's why there's a lack of trust here. Yeah, and it's taken a while to trust again. However, someone vulnerable needs your assurance and a secret is shared. It's time to prove how trustworthy you really can be. This person wants to prove that they're trustworthy now, Sagittarius. And before they were this terrible, they could have been this terrible tiger yelling at this woman who's real short. Right? She's not real short, but he's 6 foot something and she's 5'4" or something like that. Yeah, this is a trip reading. Let's get into it, Sagittarius, because yeah, this is a very cool reading. I feel like it is. Let's see what we have, Sagittarius, for you. Let's see what we have for you guys. What time are we at already? We're already at 18 minutes. Oh my goodness, Denise. Let's see what we have. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Ten of Swords, Sagittarius, is crossing you, supporting you, or challenging you, right? This person, I feel like, this could be helping you, some ending in the past now that is coming back around and you're going to rebuild with this person. I feel like they want to rebuild here. But this could be supporting or challenging you. This could be an old ending as well, like that's challenging you where there's no trust here. It could be a few things, right? And this could be this other person's ending because their relationship could be tested. Yeah, and that's, whatever is kind of fitting in here, right? And the Seven of Wands, you look like you're really overwhelmed. This could be this person too. And this, he's fighting with them. This could be that your person is kind of fighting with somebody because they want to come be with you. It's possible. Now, let's keep going though. Right? Before we call the reading. You can't do that, right? You can't, have 5 questions on a test and think that, you're going to pass the test when there's 3 more, right? Or you're going to ace it. Okay, so let's see what we have. And Queen of Pentacles here. In your concern, the rabbits here, this is fertility. You're concerned about this situation most likely being fertile. Maybe if they're going to nurture this, right? Because this is a nurturing energy, the Queen of Pentacles. And this could be a person, if they're going to offer you this pentacle, she's holding up the pentacle, right? As an offer. And could be, we have the Strength card in your desire or hope. You might, Sagittarius, if this is not you, you could be hoping this person has courage. This is a trip reading because there's a lot that has gone on. Yeah, with this little flickering light over here, Sagittarius. The ghosts are showing up, right, from the past, right? Ooh, right? Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's see what we have. And in the past, Sagittarius, could be in the past, was the Eight of Swords. This man cut ties. Maybe you cut ties with them. They could have cut ties with somebody else. Somebody in this reading wants their freedom, though. Yeah, there's somebody in this, or they have recently obtained it. Yeah, and so this Eight of Swords, the man's helping the woman, like, release herself from these, this fence of swords. What's on your mind is the Tower. So, here's the Ten of Swords and the Tower. So the Tower being on your mind, I feel like you're wondering if this person is experiencing the Tower. If they have lived a recent shocking event, possibly, or if the old order is coming down, like something's ending, and now it's going to be time for you to build with this person. Maybe you are waiting for news. You could be. I feel like you're waiting for news from this person for sure. And you may know that they're afraid over here, but this could be you afraid, right? But this news here could be you waiting for news, if they're coming, if they have kind of awakened here and raised their consciousness, right? If they trust in this. But I feel like this could be this person as well, like coming to you and like waiting for what you have to say. And the interesting thing here, next to that, is Shahrazadi. And this is almost like a reunion. They didn't really get back together, but they got together because he had raised his consciousness. He said, oh no, you guys, he was kind of like implying in the story, which, I would like to read the whole story because it's fascinating. But, in the story that I have, he basically told those other people, you're just kind of he didn't say it like this, but he basically said, you're a low viber. You don't really realize how wonderful, how talented Shahrazadi is. I think his name's Shahryar. Right? He goes, you can't see how wonderful and how, like, she's the high priestess. She knows everything. And she knew how to make predictions, I believe. And so here she is with her book of knowledge, because she's the wise high priestess. But yeah, this here is like this is somebody who's kind of awakened to what somebody else is in their life. I feel like that's part of this reading. It's real deep and real cool. I feel like it is. You may know this person doesn't have confidence, Sagittarius. You might know this person like you could know what they've done to you in the past. This is definitely about raising somebody's consciousness, and now they think entirely different. And I feel like they're kicking themselves like, wow, why didn't I wake up earlier? Yeah. And so in the near future, Sagittarius, is the Five of Wands. This talks about a dry landscape. Typically, it can talk about people working together sometimes. Let's get another card on that. Let's see what we have, Sagittarius. The Magician reversed. Okay, this is in the upright. I'm flipping the cards as usual. You're going to manifest this in the near future. Your person, somebody is becoming the magician here, like a complete ascension, like understanding what life really is. That's what the mechanical habits is, especially when we move to no goal. This person really woke up. And I feel like they woke up to their mistakes. Let's see what else we have, Sagittarius. We have the Hierophant reversed. You know, with the Ten of Swords here and the Hierophant reversed, this could be another relationship that is really ending. And this is kind of supporting you here and, you know, influencing this whole thing. You have, the first card is here, and I feel like you are fate and destiny to this person, and that's you, the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this person could be fighting or resisting somebody else because of their ascension. Like they're no longer attracted to wherever they were or whomever they were with. It's a complete change, right? Sure it is. When you really raise your consciousness, you know, if you were hanging around people who are, you know, they have a lot of vices and they're lazy in their life and they don't have any goals and all this stuff, you don't really want to hang around with them anymore because you guys don't have much in common, right? It could be your best friend and you're like, well, I just don't, because, you know, you've changed. So the Knight of Wands is here. This person's taking action. This person is looking for the right way to come to you. That's what it is with the confidence, which is no confidence, next to clarity. The clarity card is, I know what I want. Now it's time to take action. Stop sitting around and just thinking about it. Eight of Swords, you felt really stuck about this person, Sagittarius. I feel like you wanted them to free you as well. You're like, let's do this again, or let's do it right. This is a let's do it right for sure. But you wanted them to kind of release you or free you. This could be them releasing themselves in your reading here, right? Of course, it's all about both of you. The Tower's on your mind, and the Star reversed. You know what? This could be about another relationship too that is like dwindling or has dwindled down, right? Like it was built on a very weak foundation, and it could have been because somebody was not in their wisdom. Yeah. There could be you could be wondering if this person is like, has a lack of faith, or like if they don't believe in this other situation before. When we have the mechanical habits and the no goal and the wisdom card, they don't believe anymore the way they used to believe. And the Queen of Pentacles is your concern with Temperance reversed. That may be you and them. Now, they could be an earth sign. They don't necessarily have to be. Maybe that's you with a lot of earth in your chart. I know that I'm mostly an earth sign. Yeah. Right, with blending, everybody has. You can blend the planets and your houses, right? Your placements. You blend them, and you see. Each like your ascendant has points, and right, and so you blend them. You add them up and you divide it. That's all you do. It's like your average. So this could be you both, but this could be this person. But in your concern, is this going to be fertile? Here's the hair. Right? Not Hair. Okay. Okay, you guys are going, be quiet. Power and light. I know what you're talking about. Here's the rabbit, right? It talks about fertility. Your concern could be Temperance. Are you going to heal this with this person? There could have been pain here in the past. There could have been. You could be concerned if this person is coming from a place of like they don't feel balanced. Right? They're coming from like a hardship possibly, because here's the Five of Swords next to it and the Five of Wands. In your environment is the Five of Swords reversed. This talks about chaos and conflict. This could have been something that there was already a defeat here, like a breakup. Because there's victory and defeats in this reading. And one of the victories here is raising somebody's consciousness. That's a victory. For sure it is. The other, the defeat part could be your person could be leaving their situation, or they could have, but, you know, it depends. And we have the High Priestess again. This could be, you know, where your person really gets it. Hey, you know, or you. I feel like you're a hidden motivation for this person, or a secret. And one of these cards was talking about secrets, this trust. You have a secret to share, and somebody is vulnerable. Here's the Strength card in your hopes. This is one heck of a reading. I guarantee this, right? And the Strength card in the Sun, I mean, this is Leo energy, but, you know, it doesn't have to be a Leo for sure. But you want this person to have courage to come forward, or you're hoping for your own. This looks like it's about them and your journey thus far with this person. This could have been somebody who was kind of living their life very randomly, just, right? And not creating their life. I had this conversation with somebody yesterday, right? Not creating their life, but reacting to it. Oh, this happened, I got to deal with that. This happened, I got to deal with that. Well, you can't go through life just doing that. You have to set goals and go after them. Otherwise, you're just kind of, you know, dealing with, what do they call those? Fastballs your whole life. And it's hard to create anything like that, right? And so, you know, yeah, this is somebody younger than me and very close to me, right? And so, somebody could have been, and that's what I mean about raising their consciousness here. Now they understand, like, really what's more important, right, with Shahrazadi. Yeah, he knew she was very important, right? And this is very cool. There's a knife over here, and, you know, the holder of the knife, there's all these gems. Yeah, that's how it was with the Persian Empire. It was a very rich empire. And, and then, you know, I don't know, the Italians went there, and just a lot of stuff happened, right? Yeah. And so you're hoping they're going to have courage, Sagittarius. You're hoping that they are illuminated, but I feel like they are, right? But I feel like what you're hoping for is success, that they'll have courage, and this will, you know, this will turn out to be successful and happy, and that you can restore this. There's a definite restoration here. Remember Shahrazadi and Shahryar, she was like restored, right? It's like his faith in her. She was restored. They were all saying she's, you know, she's kind of used goods and stuff, jerks, right? And he goes, oh no, he goes, you don't really, he goes, you're ignorant, basically. That was kind of the message. I don't know if he said that, but the message was like, you're ignorant. You don't know how beautiful and talented and magical and psychic she is, you big dummies. So I'll marry her and protect her. So here's the Nine of Wands. This is the Wounded Warrior. This is such a big reading. Yeah, there's like 8 major arcanas here, right? We have about, I don't know, 13 cards. So here in the outcome, Sagittarius, this is resilience. And you're looking at the Sun and the Strength card going, I wonder if they're going to have courage. I wonder if they're going to be resilient. And I feel like you've been resilient too, because it looks like you've been waiting. It looks like you've been hoping that this person will, you know, kind of Shahrazadi themselves, right? Wake the hell up. Not her, she was awakened, but, you know, kind of, and gain this wisdom, right? Yeah, and basically become a Shah, right? I feel like such a cool thing, the Shah, right? Which is basically like the king, right? So we're going to end this reading and go to the extended, and we're going to have a tarot spread on them. God, these readings are so long, right? They are. They're just too deep here. Got to use less cards here. Their first card in the oracle spread for them, we have a tarot spread on them. We do, and we'll have a different spread. Their advice, their environment, and what's assisting them. We'll have one of those spreads, and what they're focusing on, what they're leaving behind. Yeah, I really want to see it. And their first card here is confidence. So this is their spread of 3. You know, there's only 3 cards. We're going to have a 10-card spread like we do. And here's the angel. But, you know, this confidence card talks about a lack of confidence. And what's supporting or challenging your person is this clarity. They know, they're clear on what they want, but they know it's time to come forward, but they're afraid. This has been showing up in your readings. Here's the trust card. And this card talks about they want to trust this. They have a secret to share with you, Sagittarius. That's what this is. Yeah, here you are. And the High Priestess in your environment could be you. A hidden motivation. Yeah. We're going to end the reading. Yeah, this is going to be a cool reading. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me here. I have the extended link below in the description box, and they're all super affordable. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.